Oh, look, another self-improvement YouTuber. They're getting younger and younger every single year. Let's see what this youngin' has to talk about. Let's find it very interesting for someone to go out of their way to hate someone of the youth that is, by definition, and I'm not trying to be egotistical here, but trying to spend his youth correctly and build something and provide and try and pay back his parents for their investment and try to serve others and try to live outside of themselves, pick up their cross and deny our own my baggage, my porn, video games, my limiting beliefs, all my past bad habits and the programming from society. I'm trying to undo all this crap to have a better life, not just for me, not just for me to prosper. One, I have this YouTube channel. I'm trying to spread not just a lifestyle of prosperity, but one of provision. I want other people to adopt this lifestyle of, it's not about like the self-improvement. It's about like service. It is like, this is what it's about. It's love. That is sacrifice. So denying our baggage and all this stuff. And if you got through that intro, congratulations. Because that ain't even the most challenging part. I'm using this intro, I'm using this video. I want to filter out people, specifically like the selfish people. So sorry, not sorry. But I'm going to have this ranked as far as my points. Most important to least important, or like they're all important, but just going down, like what is the foundation? What else do we build upon? Which a foundation doesn't start here, Jake. It builds from the bottom. Anyways, first of all is God. Just as I talked about denying ourselves and living a serviceful life, we need God as our foundation. And I'm dedicating this video, like, it's the end of July, of course. August is starting. How do you want to live your life? Hopefully it's not one of just, as the other part of my youth, as like the rest of my generation and my age group, sorry, I'm not having fun and having empty pleasure that doesn't serve a purpose. Pleasure without purpose. Pleasure isn't necessarily bad, but pleasure outside of purpose, it's just miserable. Their baseline of trying to have like their little high, because they're just, they're trying to numb themselves from the lows of life, and their little escapes, their entire wavelength is just low frequency when life is this, you know? So I recommend we stop numbing ourselves. These lows are actually very good builders, and we're meant to feel them. And this channel wouldn't be here without one of my lowest lows. And here I am after countless comments, even DMs of how I've changed people's lives. Just a little bit. I'm just a kid, right? I'm just learning a little bit. I don't know anything. Just a little bit. I'm trying to share it. The word of God, I wouldn't be here without it. This is the same way a car manufacturer has its manual on how to service, correctly operate, how we have a purpose and we're meant to live it out and we're meant to serve others. That's there. I recommend you check it out because it's literally like the guide for life. But as I said, more people filtered out because I'm talking about God, and well, people want to be their own God, but I guarantee you, slavery towards Jesus, towards becoming righteous and living a meaningful, God-fearing life, is a much, much, much better life than being a slave to our natural evil hearts and just pleasure seeking without purpose, just miserable. So I've been saved, I've been called out of it, and life has been phenomenal. Second point, bro, I apologize for the inconvenience. It's been a minute since I looked at this, but yeah. Out of sight, out of mind. We have to identify our goals, which you probably already have a frame of reference. I recommend you go into detail. And I recommend you chase the character, not the goals. What do I mean by that? Don't try to chase the goals. Chase the type of person who can achieve those goals. Break it down. What does that person do? Because realistically, we are the outcome of our past decisions. If we want to change who we become, we have to change our decisions. What kind of decisions does that person make? What kind of decisions would lead to achieving that goal? Which brings me to my third point, schedule. And this is kind of fast paced. I want to have value per second, not seconds of value, but you know what I mean. We have to kill off this old self, this old identity, which this old identity is like an animal, a psychological animal. And due to the fact that we are trying to change and become a different identity that threatens this current identity, and this current identity is going to fight back with the resistance, procrastination, self-doubt, all of this bullcrap we feel when we get in front of the work that actually matters. Why is it so hard to do this? This is what is going to lead me there. Well, that's going to kill off your old identity. So it's literally warfare with yourself. How bad do you want it? Most people don't win because when the resistance meets your action, it is pain. It is the mental pain. And most people aren't willing to go through the trial by fire, which is just a long journey of that mental pain. And then we become that identity. And by becoming that identity, we achieve our goals. And part of that is schedule. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention out of sight, out of mind. So that person we're becoming, we have to have it in sight. Our phones, it's best to have it out of sight. In sight, in mind, out of sight, out of mind. So review our goals. I recommend a journaling method called 5-4-5 method, which is our 5 main goals. I need to slow down here. Our 5 main goals, 4 little tasks in the morning, which by the time I do this 5-4-5 method, I've already completed. It's part of my, what I call my morning W's, which is just prayer, push-ups, 16 ounces of salted water so it's just for electrolytes. And then read Proverbs, and then my cold shower, and then I start. That's my morning W's. So I have my 4 little morning W's, and then you just write down 5 tasks you need to complete that day that literally is progress. Like if you do this, it's guaranteed that you made progress that day towards all your goals. Just do something like that. You have to remind yourself of who you are trying to become, or else you're just going to be wandering through with your habit cues, which I recommend you change your environment. I've changed my environment a couple of times now, quite often actually, but cater your environment. Like everything, every aspect of life, cater it towards your goals, cater it towards the type of identity you're trying to adopt. So the very fact that I had familiarity watching porn on the PC I used to have, got rid of it. That was my only option for porn, so I eliminated it. So now I have this MacBook. Now I have this black backdrop for focus, for me to focus in on, like everything, I have this one input. Pay with the suffering now or get consumed by the interest of regret. Everything is inputs and outputs. People too. You're likely going to have to cut off some friends because they are going to hold you back. If they are living a lifestyle of just pleasure without purpose, if they are low frequency and just trying to have their escapes and not build better lives for themselves, you have to separate yourself. And it's going to suck. You're likely going to be lonely, and I recommend you try and find a community. The beauty of like technology and the internet is, holy freaking crap, you can actually find like-minded people. Rare like mindsets. Like it is rare. In person, this is rare, but online, you can find it. And I don't have a community myself. I'm not selling a course neither, but I've invested in myself by buying a course, and it's also a community aspect with it, and it's completely changed my life. It has completely changed my life. I went out of my way to fly out to LA to meet like the Smitheries, I guess you can say owner, founder would be the correct word, of that community, because he catered it towards his past self, what he would have wanted. And part of that was the fact that he didn't have the social needs met, and it kind of wrecked him for a couple of months. He got socially awkward and extremely lonely. Don't want to do that. Try to find that community. But third is schedule. Everyone has a different lifestyle. Okay, I understand we all have our different responsibilities. I don't know why this freaking wrist is shaking. What the hell? everyone has their different responsibilities. And I know not everyone can wake up at 4:30, but I recommend you wake up earlier due to the fact that time feels more abundant. It even feels more abundant, but you really are more abundant with how you spend your time. The fact that it's quiet time. Like, the reason why I wake up at 4:30 is I have limited time in this household when the house is quiet, when there isn't people. And I need to use that. Like right now, my mom's home and there's background noise and it is distracting. I can't allow that. Just every aspect of life, you have to break it down. Schedule. When do you review? When do you input information? Like how I said, journaling, 5-4-5 method, or just reviewing goals. Do it in the first hour and the last hour of the day, because that's when your subconscious, you can basically say it's more spongy. It's more programmable. So if you want to change belief systems, if you want to input programming that you are abundant, that you're a hard worker, that you're this, that, all this positive stuff that this new identity you're adopting is congruent with, that's the time to do it. And I even have this verse here. It's biblical. Okay, it flipped. Right. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord with your God with all your heart, all your soul, with all your strength. And these words which I command to you today shall be in your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk the way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. When you lie down and rise up, that's very important. That's very vulnerable times with like temptations. I know personally. And it's like the most important time to, one, like have the input of the Word of God, because this is our only like polarization technique other than like prayer. But it's easy to get polarized towards the ways of the world instead of like what's said in this book, what God wants from us, what is a better life really. And I can't not mention this. I can't not mention God, because it really is the foundation. And if you gain the whole world and lose your soul, what was it worth? It wasn't. And this book teaches you that it's not about the materialistic things. It's about the people and the relationships and service. That's what life is. It's so beautiful too. And I'm very blessed to know this knowledge, this little minuscule bit of knowledge at my age, and to be practicing it and trying to do better, trying to separate myself from the world, and helping other people adopt this mindset, this lifestyle. So, yeah, I hope this was of value. This was probably like a 10-minute video. Sheesh, 13. Hope you have a blessed day. Hope I talked to the right people and I filtered out the people who just don't want it, who are choosing themselves and their baggage over service and serving others, and just like, this is the life of a man. You don't live for yourself. It is service. And that's the best life you can live. It's the most fulfilling life you can live. But yeah, God bless. Love you. Jesus loves you. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Broaden your vision. Whenever you have narrow-minded vision and you think you're having a bad day, realistically, you're in a very good position. Someone always has it worse than you. And a year ago, you were dealing with something, and it helped you grow and form the person you are today. And you can thank it just the same way you can thank this current circumstance right now. So, peace. Oh, wait. I'm going to have a second video towards this, to where in one night you can build all of these systems. And I'm literally going to live stream me at night with these systems. Like, I'm going to build my own systems or review mine and refine. But all you need is one night, and you can drastically change, because you fall down to your systems. If you have no systems, you're literally just wandering around, as I said, with your habits, past habits, which are likely destructive because you are not where you're supposed to be. But anyways, I'll see you there. Peace.